Woke up this morning to 9 degrees below zero. That's in Fahrenheit. It's very, very cold here, but it's absolutely stunning. Check out these views. We are at, we're just north of, what is it, 5,000 meters. So multiply that times 3.28. That's 16,200 something. I don't know. See the altitude. I can't even do basic math. My mind's a little fuzzy. My problem solving and quick thinking are not there anymore. So the altitude is definitely playing an effect on that part. But other than that, I've been really fortunate. You know, I've been taking my Diamox twice a day. You know, I haven't had very many side effects other than the fact that I'm a bit dumber. The rest of the group is also doing well. They have been dealing with some headaches, and a couple of them have some stomach issues, but nothing too crazy to be concerned with. We have seen two heli rescue evacs for some people that got very sick and they had to be flown out because of the elevation, get over to a hospital. But today is the day, finally, the day we've all been sort of leading up to. We're going to head to Gorak Shep, drop our heavy gear off, and then beeline straight to base camp and see base camp. Jola, our guide, has been praying for clear weather every day, and so far it's been delivered. It's been blue skies every single day, and so I told him the last 2 nights to pray to find us a snow leopard. I really want to photograph a snow leopard, but he's been doing this for 20 years, and in 20 years he's only seen 2. So at that rate, I don't know, by the time I saw one I'd be 50 years old or so. But, you know, it could happen. But I'm going to keep the 70 to 300 on just in case. Enjoy the day and try to get through this hike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be about an 8-hour hike. But we reach our goal today. We hit base camp. All right. Bye. Yeah. I'll be alright. See how she feels, and if she's still got that deep thing going, I want her out of here. Finally made it to Gorak Shep. It's this little village right here. It's the last village on our journey. It's the last place we will spend the night. Base camp is over back in that corner where you see that glacier coming down the mountain. Base camp's right there. So we made it. Everest Base Camp. It's incredible. Extremely challenging day. It took us 2.5 hours to get here from Gorak Shep. Every step you took is just gasping for air. My headache is setting in. Oh, my brain is just throbbing. But it's worth it. This is the view. That's the Khumbu Ice Fall over there. Some would say it's not much to look at, but come 1 month from now, it'll be full of tents for summiteers making their way to the summit. We're sitting at, I don't know, 17,000, 18,000 feet, somewhere around there. It's tough to breathe. It's just amazing. This is a victory dinner. The things you'll do to find the perfect composition. Yeah, there you go. Nice job. So we're back down in Phak Ding. We're below, like, I don't know. I know we're below 10,000 feet, and we all feel great having that extra surge of oxygen that our lungs were so desperately wanting just a few days ago. It took us 9 days to get to Everest Base Camp with something like 37,000 feet of elevation gain with all of our acclimatization hikes, and and it was fun. It was an amazing adventure. And I wanted to comment on the vlogging situation for when we were actually at base camp. I hadn't had a single symptom of altitude sickness the entire trip. And even when I was in Gorak Shep, you know, 17,700, 18,000 feet, whatever it is, 5,500 meters, I think. Even when I was at that elevation, it wasn't bothering me at all. I felt fine. And then we set our things down and we set out for a 2.5 hour hike to base camp. And it starts off super flat, just across this, you know, desert looking kind of place. And obviously you're headed towards Everest, and you could see the top of Nuptse and a little bit of the shadow of Lhotse. But even on the flat part, I started feeling like my energy was draining very, very fast. I was having trouble breathing. I got a splitting headache. I couldn't think straight. I was getting super dizzy. I was getting very loopy. I wasn't able to think straight. I wasn't able to make, you know, smart decisions. I decided to wear my really thin layered gloves so I had the dexterity to take some pictures, which was a really, really stupid idea, because I walked for 3 hours to the Everest Base Camp, and basically my hands froze in that sort of circular shape. And when I was going to leave, my pinky wouldn't go in my big soft puffy gloves, and so I was trying to straighten it, and I tried too hard, and I ended up breaking it. I don't know if you can see that. So that kind of sucked. And you know, I sat down to do the vlog. I'm not sure if it's gonna make the final cut or not, because I don't even know if it makes sense, because I don't remember a lot about the day. But you know, it was a tremendous experience, and I loved seeing base camp. And it was snowing pretty heavily, but I really wasn't in the right mindset to really get on camera and present in a way that was going to be meaningful or make any kind of sense. It took every ounce of energy that I had to get there, and then I had to get back. Getting back was a big struggle for me. I think it came down to dehydration. I think I hadn't been drinking enough water, and it can hit you just like that. So in the videos, when you watch the montage, if you watch the montage, there'll probably be like 5 people that watch this video, so it doesn't really matter. That's the reason there's not a whole lot of content for base camp itself. I got a couple pictures. I put a smile on my face. You know, I was very happy to have, you know, made it there. I got back to Gorak Shep, got in my sleeping bag. I slept for a solid 17 hours, something like that. And I woke up feeling perfect, woke up feeling fine, you know? So it's funny the way that it worked. And now we're out here in Thak Ding, which is the first town, the closest town to Lukla. So we're gonna be flying out in 2 days, and we're down here just having a little bit of fun. But right now we're looking at this river. Here, I'll give you a shot. And Brian and I are just trying to find some good compositions. I have a neutral density filter and a polarizer on my camera here. You can see that. I've been changing it up a little bit. Started out with, you know, just a couple second exposure, and then I really cranked that ND filter up to give some, you know, to really give it some drama, give it that real ethereal feel to it. But this water has a very aquamarine sort of look to it, and I don't want to lose that with too long of an exposure. So today's our last day in Kathmandu. We all fly out this evening. I think our flight's at like 9:50 p.m. so we got a whole day to burn. We're gonna walk around, probably buy a couple of souvenirs, and just take it easy until we have to head out. One of the things I want to talk about was something that we had done as a group every night of our trek when we had dinner. And every night that we had dinner, we would talk about a rose, thorn, and bud. And if you're not familiar with that, a rose is, you know, something that you liked that day, something that, you know, was a highlight. A thorn was something that you did not like, something that you know, you could have done without. And then a bud is something that you're looking forward to in the next day, in the coming days, whatever. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk about the rose, thorn, and bud for the entire trip, for me personally. And the rose for me was deciding to go with this group of people, deciding to go with people rather than doing it alone. Many of you know I do a lot of my travel solo. I do it alone, and I've seen some amazing things all over the world that, you know, I'm standing there, you know, in awe of what I'm looking at, and there's no one to share with. So you know, I'm really glad that I reached out to people. I'm really glad that I got feedback and I got some interest in this trip. And this group, you know, there's all these layers of connections that we sort of found out later. You know, someone's roommates, old college friends or best friends, and they know each other through, you know, X, Y, and Z people, right? So it's kind of funny the way things work out. But this group is fairly random. It's a random group of friends that loosely know each other. But we became great friends on this trip, and, you know, the dynamic worked really well. There were a lot of different personalities, but we all melded really well. We all, you know, we all got along throughout the entire trip. It was absolutely incredible. We had a fantastic time together. You know, it's going to be something that I'll always remember. So that's definitely my rows. My rows are the 6 other people that I brought with me on this adventure, and choosing not to do it solo 2 years ago. 'Cause 2 years ago, I was planning on going by myself. So that's my rose. My thorn, I don't. It's really hard to say. The thorn would be probably that I have to leave. I don't want to leave the Himalayas. Well, I didn't want to leave the Himalayas. Kathmandu's okay. You know, it's a city like anything else. But the Himalayas are beautiful, and I want to come back. I wish that adventure and travel photography was my full-time job. I wish I got paid to do stuff like this. That would be you know, really incredible. But for now, it's just a hobby. For now, it burns up my PTO. But so my thorn is actually having to leave, to go home, and you know, snap out of the dream, if you will. My bud has got to be probably sleeping in my own bed, having my nice, comfortable bed, my house, my space. You know, not living out of a large duffel bag or a rucksack. So that's definitely my bud. I'm looking forward to seeing friends and family that I haven't seen in a while. Got some trips coming up that I'm really excited about, so maybe we'll make some videos about that too. And as far as travel photography, adventure travel photography, I'm going to continue to explore it. I'm going to continue to invest time and energy into it, and I think that, you know, that's something that I might, you know, go down that avenue, see where it takes me. I have a couple more trips planned this year. Some are for work, but I'm going to extend some time on the back end to do some travel and adventure photography, see what I can get myself into, see what areas and what regions I can explore. So I'm going to try to make some videos for that. We'll see how that goes. I'm really looking forward to that. But for that, I think I'm going to close this whole video montage out. If you watched, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that my journey was something that inspires you to go out and do your own. I definitely recommend coming to Nepal, coming to Kathmandu, doing a trek in the Himalayas. It can be the Everest region, Annapurna region in the west. It doesn't matter. Get out here. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's extremely affordable. It's very safe, you know, and you'd love it. All right. Okay, so got to get ready for my 36 hours of flying. So wish me luck there, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.